وبه نستعين وهو خير الناصرين ومعين ثم الصلاة والسلام والتحية والإكرام على سيدنا ونبينا أبي القاسم محمد اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد واللعنة الدائمة على أعدائهم أجمعين من أول يوم ظلمهم إلى لقاء يوم الدين أما بعد فقد قال الحكيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم صلوات اللهم صل على محمد وآل Muhammad. We are gathered here tonight, as you already know, to commemorate the shahadat of our 11th Imam, father of Imam of our time, Imam Hasan al-Askari alayhi salam. Salli ala Muhammad. We pass our condolences to the household of Rasulullah himself on top of them, and then in particular the Imam Zaman Ajjalallahu Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. I kept on thinking that there's a detailed hadith about this very ayah and the whole 5 ayat from 11th Imam. So I decided to just share some selections of that hadith where Imam explains the details, that how did the wahi start, what was the situation. And this hadith, it's a pioneer hadith. There are very important lessons to derive from this hadith. Lesson number 1 is, which is allama al-insana ma lam ya'lam itself, that Allah taught the man what he did not know. And what is that most important message of the ayah? That is, the alim bidhat is only Allah Jalla Shanu. What does that mean? That means philosophically there was a point when there was no existent other than Allah Jalla Shanu. Adam has precedence on wujud. Non-existence was non-existence. Existence came into being afterwards. The only one to bring non-existence into existence was Allah Jalla Shanu. And Allah had ilm, knowledge. Allama al-insana, Allah gave knowledge. I'm translating. Allama, He gave. So when you have something, that is the only time you can give it. Something which has faqr shay, it's a qaida, a principle. Something who itself has nothing, it cannot give others or other things anything. Sun has energy. Something which has energy, it can give energy to others. But a dead mass, a dead matter, which has nothing, how can that dead mass give someone else something? So that complicated qaida, I'm trying to make it simple. Allah Jalla Shanu taught human beings what they did not know. Point, if somebody besides Allah, I'm just gonna simply point it and pass quick. We will inshallah discuss this attribute of Allah, which is ilm, the knowledge. Ilm is an attribute which is dhati, essential attribute of Allah Jalla Shanu. There was not a millisecond when Allah was not alim. And now the problem is not with the ilm of Allah. The problem is that some of the ghalis, those nowadays say openly that Ahle Bayt alayhimus salam, na'udhu billah, God forbid, they are alim bidhat. They also had ilm already. They did not get it from Allah. Point is, when did they get this knowledge? And what was the source? Because bidhurura, it's wajib that Ahl Bayt are the makhluq of Allah. See? Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq, who created. And Ahl Bayt are also creation. There are thousands of ahadith which necessitate awwalu ma khalaqallahu nuri is the first one. See, I talk with rationale. I don't just go like empirical, no. We have 100% proofs in our religion. We follow nothing without Quran and Hadith. Anything which challenges Quran and Hadith, throw it away. It's rubbish. It's not good. It's not valid. Take what is in Quran Kareem. Take what is in the Sahih Hadith. Never be disappointed. Never be baffled. No. Have 100% conviction, yaqeen, serenity. See, the very first hadith Rasulullah speaks about himself, sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. Salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Awwalu ma khalaqallahu nuri, meaning he is makhlooq. So there was a point when Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam was not there. Allah created him afterwards. There was a point Ahl Bayt did not have ilm. Allah gave them this ilm afterwards. And this is where I'm going to talk most of it tonight, because one of the laqab is the title of Imam Askari alayhi salam is alim. That he was an alim. And the beauty is when they martyred him, he was only 28 years of age. Only a youth of 28 years. But look, these people of household of Rasulullah, they had God-given attributes. One of them, the most prominent, if I can say, is knowledge. And he was renowned for his knowledge. And Imam Askari, being in the Askar, he had another very, very seeming attribute. And that was, he had mahaba. People could not look at him. They could not look in his eyes. He had that awe. He had that personality. You could not look in his face. See, some people, they are God-given with those attributes. Like Rasulullah himself. They could not. He had that, जिसको हम कहते हैं ना, महाबत, सौलत, उनमें थी. Please don't miss out. Alim is the attribute. I'm going to shed a bit more light on this tonight. 11th Imam, he was living in such an age, there were lots of ghalis out there. Lots of them who were attributing different things to Ahl Bayt, especially Imam Ali alayhi salam, like Astaghfirullah, Na'udhu Billah, and we quote to make it, make our people aware. Naql kufr nabashad. That Imam Ali is the Raziq. That, things you don't need to question Allah. Simply question Imam Ali. And then slowly they were, piercing their wrong ideas in pure Islam. Like, see, there was a stage Allah created Imam Ali and Rasulullah, and then He gave them the authority and left it up to them. This is known as, in Islam, tafweed, like a watchmaker makes the watch. Now watch can keep on going on itself, on its own rather. And Allah left it alone with Rasulullah and Imam Ali alayhim as-salam. This is shirk. Polytheism. Maybe Allah will forgive any other sin, but not shirk. So one has to be very careful. Now the very first revelation when it came, now you are connected where I'm going to take you. And now I'm going to be a bit fast, because then I'm going to finish it a bit time. Have a salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Ya Ali Madad. A beautiful hadith I want to start with to take you in the tafsir of this ayah. A person named as Nusayr Khadim, who used to serve the father of Imam Askari alayhi salam, Imam Hadi alayhi salam. He says, I used to see Imam Abu Muhammad, Imam Askari, always speaking different languages with people. Sometimes he will speak with different accents of the people. I mean, if a person who's a Turk, Imam will speak Turkish with him. exactly mentions there. بِاللُّغَاتِهِمْ طُرْكٍ وَرُومٍ وَسَقَالِبَةٍ. Imam will talk with them with their own language. And I used to be amazed that I saw him. He was born in Medina, never left Medina, never went for any class for Turkish and other languages. How come he knows all these languages? He said, I was amazed. And look at this piece. He says, one day I was sitting there in the house and I was just thinking that how come Imam, without learning these languages, he was, by the way, born Turk. How come he knows all these different languages? Well, I can barely, أنا أحسن اللغة العربية. I just barely can understand Arabic other than my own Turkish language. How come Imam knows all this? He says that Imam saw me sitting there. أحدث نفسي بذلك. I was saying that in my heart. I did not even utter it. He says, Imam turned at me, smiled, and he said, listen, I know what are you thinking. إن الله تبارك بين حجته من سائر خلقه بكل شيء. بكل is the key word. Allah Jalla Shanu has made salient his hujjat, his proof, than everybody else in everything, in every way. In every way. Balok Imam says, I'm the makhlooq of Allah. And I have God-given knowledge, not from my own side. This is very important, the backbone of the discussion. Imam continues. He says, Allah has given me. Yu'atihi Allah i'ata karta hai. Allah gives us. The same word, a'atayna. Ata, we all know the meaning of ata. Imam says, Allah gives us all these lughat, knowledge of all these languages. We know them. And we know them the best. You are Maslan Ahl English, you speak English, I know English better than you. You speak Urdu, I know Urdu better than you. You speak Swahili, I know Swahili better than you. Imam continues, counts different human attributes and qualities. And he says, I have them to the level of perfection. And then he makes his final comment. Pay attention to this. I'm going to jump to that. وَلَوْلَا ذَلِكَ. And if it was not this way, that Imam has to know all these things the best, if it was not this way, لَمْ يَكُنْ بَيْنَ الْحُجَّةِ وَالْمَحْجُوجِ فَرْقٌ. Then there was no difference between the hujjat and those who is hujjat upon. What a simple way. Imam says there's a difference between you who are my mahjuj. I'm proof on you. There must be a difference. Otherwise, if we are both equal, then how to know who is the proof, hujjat, and who is the mahjuj? And by the way, one of the titles of our Imam is Al-Hujjah, Ajjalallahu Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif. Salli ala Muhammad. Now you are much connected. Imam was known as Alim. And he had that grandeur, that mahaba. People could not talk. Even Khalifa, most of the times, he could not talk in front of Imam. One of the companions, he reports, Imam himself said, I was sitting next to my Baba, 10th Imam, and I questioned him, how was the situation? And of course, I'm going to go naqli ma'na, and I go with some of the selections of this long hadith. How was the wahi? How did it start when it came, Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq? Imam says, son, wait for the morning. I will tell you the information tomorrow morning. But my point is right here. Have salawat, I dig out the word. Salli ala Muhammad. Imam says, Ya bunayya, ista'nif lahan nahar. We'll talk in the morning, wait there. Imam questions to the Imam of his time, what does that question mean? When Imam Ali says that Rasulullah taught me everything, and he taught me like, he gave me knowledge the way a bird feeds its chick. Everything it gets gives completely to its next generation. See how Imam compares the knowledge giving of Rasulullah to him? Why is Imam questioning? Don't you have knowledge yourself? There are always intricacies. There's a subtle difference in these things. Inshallah, we'll speak in detail about them. But Imam says that when I asked him, and my Baba, Ali ibn Muhammad alayhi salam, started telling me the other day, he said, listen, Rasulullah was renowned for a ghamama. It is known as hadithu ghamama. There was a cloud which always used to move on top of Rasulullah. And this is long before he announced his Risala. And Imam quotes different attributes of Rasulullah, how it used to happen, how it used to go. And then he says sometimes, when he used to travel, let's say especially for the tijara, that business when he started with Bibi Khadija salamullahi alayha, Imam says occasionally, because it was a blazing desert on the way, he had to travel from the holy city of Mecca to Syria, to Sham. And there was Rimal, Turab, and there was Riyah, Wasafat alayhim al-Rimad. These small pebbles in the desert, they used to fly and hit you on the face, and they hit really hard. You might have seen those videos, near Burj Khalifa. People, when, that storm comes of sand and, sandstorm, people, they have to wrap, a piece of cloth around their face to protect it. Look at the beauty. See how Imam started. Imam explains that those days, Rasulullah used to have that cloud on his head. That cloud will not allow these small pebbles or sandstorms get close to Rasulullah. But it continues, the beauty continues. He says this, تَظِلَّهُ فَوْقَ رَأْسِهِ تَقِفُ بِوَقُوفِهِ. Whenever Rasulullah used to stop, this cloud will stop. He will go right, this cloud will go right. He will go left, exactly Imam says that. I'm just translating it quickly. That cloud will go that way. Rasulullah will go back, this cloud will go back. And then these pebbles and this sand, they won't come close to him. And people who are around him, with him, traveling in the caravan, they will come and seek refuge near him. And then this is what they will say. They will say, Jiwar Muhammadin afdalu min khaymatin. To be close to Rasulullah is better than to be inside the tent, the khayma. Have a salawat on him. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. وَكَانَ إِذَا اخْتَلَطَ بِتِلْكَ الْقَوَافِلِ الْغُرَبَاءِ. When strangers, they used to see it from a bit far away. They will say, this person who has been advantaged, like the cloud is covering him, that those days of Arab, they had not seen these amazing movies today. So please don't, compare what you have seen nowadays on your silver screen or on your house screen. Yeah, it is. There's lots of, strange stuff shown nowadays. We have this leverage. But those days, people, they won't see these type of things. By the way, I had seen an amazing movie once, and even I believed it because my brother taped it. You saw my brother Amir who was here. In Karbala, Mualla, people, I guess they will testify. They have also reported other people. A sandstorm will come, a red colored sandstorm, but it won't enter the ha'ir of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. It will just stand there, 90-degree angle. And it's like whirling inside there. You can see the sand moving, flying, moving, but it won't come close to the wall, which is known as ha'ir of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. Have a salawat on him. Allahumma salli ala. That kind of answered my anxiety. Okay. My curious mind got the answer. Okay, if the grandson has this while he is just buried there, how about this Sayyidul Anbiya wal Mursaleen when he's alive and he's there? This is nothing. Animals, they will come kiss his feet and leave. And people, they will say, Astaghfirullah, he's a magician. He does magic. Look, how come this camel came, kissed his foot, and left? Snakes will come. People will kind of, be horrified. But I said, don't worry, come on. He just came to say, Assalamu alaikum ya Rasulallah. Have a salawat on him. Imam, salli ala Muhammad. And then that qafila, this is maybe a little gift for you. The qafila people who are like watching it from a bit far, they will say, what's up, folks? What's going on in here? The other in the qafala will say to them, Unzuru ila al-ghamama, look at the cloud. There's something written, tajidu alayha isma sahibiha. You will find the name of that person who owns this cloud on it. And what is written there? They will say, La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah, ayyatuhu bi aliyin sayyidil wasiyyin. Allahumma salli Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. See, those details I could not just simply, overgo with them. That touched my heart to explain. Imam continues, keep on, saying all this. Then he talks when the first wahi came. Rasulullah was under lots of pressure. No, he had some pressure. He says, يَقُولُ وَقَدْ اشْتَدَّ عَلَيْهِ مَا يَخَافُهُ. He was concerned. What was he concerned about? 3 things. مِن تَكْذِيبِ قُرَيْشٍ فِي خَبَرِهِ. He was concerned, Quraysh, they're going to belie me. You saw an angel? You saw Jibreel, just you? Na'udhu billah. This is how they used to say. And Quran reports, وَقَالُوا يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِي نُزِّلَ عَلَيْهِ الذِّكْرُ إِنَّكَ لَمَجْنُونَ. Oh, who thinks dhikr has been revealed to him? You are a crazy person. See how Quran Kareem tells us those stories? And Imam explains in detail the second word, وَنِسْبَتِهِمْ إِيَّاهُ إِلَى الْجُنُونَ. They will relate junoon to him, that he is a majnoon, he's crazy. أَنَّهُ يَعْتَرِيهِ الشَّيْطَانِ. Shaitan whispers into his ears. And they used to say that to Rasulullah. So he was concerned that how am I gonna communicate these messages of Allah Jalla Shanu to these idol worshippers who are so ignorant, no intellect. They won't comprehend my message. So he had worries, when he reaches home. Allah wants to remove his worries. Look how Imam explains. Imam explains under the title that Allah will make every single Saghir. Saghir is a big stone, kind of mini rock, but hard one. बड़ा पत्थर नहीं जो होता, आदम के कद से ऊंचा पत्थर उस वक्त थे उधर. That is known as Saghir, a big stone, almost a rock. Those rocks, trees, pebbles, everything he sees on the way. Antaka, for Antakal Jibala, even mountains, Allah gave them the nutq, power to talk, and they will all say, Assalamu alayka ya wali Allah, Assalamu alayka ya Rasul Allah, Assalamu alayka ya Habib Allah. All those things will do salam to Rasulullah to remove that concern from his heart, that don't be worried. We will make all these things which I created in your love under your supervision and your command. When you will tell them, even pebbles on your hand in front of Abu Jahl will say, La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. Even if you will look at the tree, that tree will say, La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. Have a salawat. Hit this watch. And look at the beauty. When he will reach home, Quraysh, they will say to Bibi Khadija, Tana dete the na, in that satirical way, Anti tazawwajti majnoon. Na'udhu billah. Let's be honest in quoting the hadith, that you have married a crazy person. But look at how Bibi Khadija will reply to give strength to Rasulullah. Remember I was speaking about different elements of a family. Remember Rasulullah's strength, his power was his family, his Ahl Bayt. They gave him strength. And remember, every person who has his family on his back, 100%, he will succeed in whatever mission, task he wants to achieve. But a person whose family even don't support him, by any reason, any logic, any excuse, that person is not going to do like nothing almost. So, look how Bibi Khadija will support. She will say, Tazawwajtu Nabiyyan Mursala. I married a prophet, which is a mursal. You are all liars. My husband is a Nabi before even Wahy arrives. And look at the beauty. In Sahih Sitta, one of the respected wives of Rasulullah, once she is talking, and Rasulullah is mentioning Bibi Khadija while she's long gone. She says, Allah has replaced you with, other wives which are better than her. Why you keep on mentioning Bibi Khadija so much? Rasulullah cuts her off, says, no, Allah never replaced me with somebody better than Khadija salamullahi alayha. Look how he acknowledges that very important attribute of Bibi. He says, Saddaqatni idh kadhabani an-nas. She acknowledged me as Nabi and Rasul when people, they belied me. People, they came to me after looking my status as a Nabi, but she affirmed my status as a Nabi when everybody, they abandoned me. This is a huge difference. And Rasulullah used to always talk about Bibi Khadija salamullahi alayha. Have a salawat on her. I hate this watch. This beautiful hadith continues. I have to leave up to the last line. Maybe let me just give it to you. Rasulullah, things will talk to him that, oh, apostle of Allah, Safa yu'adhimu ujur al-muhibbina laka wa li akhik. I will very soon, I will give you a brother. See, this is long before the wahy arrives. When he's about 27, 28, 29. And Imam Ali alayhi salam is to be born. Allah gives him the good news. I'll give you a brother. I will support you with him. I'm going to enhance your abilities. I'm going to aid you, help you through one of your brothers. And he is going to be pure, true-hearted, like always, sides with you. Never abandon you. And that one is better than everybody else. This is the beauty. If I could report it, all of it, but my time is like really running short. كُلُّ نَبِيٍّ وَصَدِيقٍ يَكُونُ تَحْتَهُ. This is the beauty of the hadith. Every Nabi and every Rasul is going to be under his command. Because I'm going to give you the Liwai Hamd hadiths, and you are going to hand that Liwai Hamd over to him. And I reported you a few weeks ago from Ibn Hajar al-Makki, a prominent theologian from Ahl Sunnah. He reports this hadith in his book, As-Sawa'iq al-Muhriqa. That Rasulullah says, I love 5 attributes Allah has given to Ali. One of them is that on the day of judgment, Roza Yawm Mahshar, Ali will have the Liwai Hamd in his hand. Every Nabi, Prophet, Wali, they will be all under that Liwai Hamd. So this is not like one-sided hadith. And most of it, it is also in the sources of Ghair Shia. Have a salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. But look at the beauty, this last line. Yakunu qa'idahum ajma'ina ila jannatin na'im. He will be their ra'id, their pioneer, their qa'id, the leader towards the jannatin na'im. Are you now happy? Is your concern gone, Ya Rasulullah? Let me relate it with another riwayah. See, we need conviction, we need yaqeen. We need proofs. A person, Ahmad ibn Ma'mun, he reports, I was believer in the imamat of Ahl Bayt. I believed in their imamat. During the times of Imam Hadi, I had my conviction, my yaqeen. But when he passed, and I was told through my trustworthy companions that now your next Imam is Imam Askari alayhi salam. I wanted to check it out. I wanted to make sure, because he's my Imam, Wali of my deen. I must make sure, is he my Imam? So he says, I came to test him out. Pay attention, he wanted to make sure that he is the next Imam. And Mu'taz, the Khalifa, he had, conditioned Imam, you must come to me and visit me once a week. He said, I was waiting there, it was a hot day. I was waiting on such a place that Imam must pass by that place. I'm waiting, and then he says, I saw Imam coming on his horse. He says, as people had told me, though he was young, about 23, 24 years of age, but you could not take a look at him. He says, while Imam was about to cross me, where I was standing, just took a look at me. He said, while Imam was coming, I did dua in my heart. Oh Allah, May Imam does something so that I have my serenity that he is my Imam. I get my yaqeen in his imamah. He says, Imam, when he's almost past me, he turns back to me and he says, Allah has accepted your dua. Remember ilm? At the end, he will say that Allah has given us this ilm. We got it from Rasulullah. He got it from Allah Jalla Shanu. I say it you right now. Imam says, Allah has accepted your dua. Just wait. It's quite interesting. See, Shias, they test their imams. Even nowadays, people, they test Naqli Imam. I'm Naqli Imam. I'm not original Imam. I'm वो दो number क्या कहते हैं? Fabricated, I don't know. Yeah, we just report from them. We have nothing I have nothing on my own. Point. He says, yeah, he says in his heart, God is kind of, oh, okay, all right. He heard me. He knows what's going on in my heart. Or in our language here, he can read my mind. What that he says in his heart, Ahmad ibn Maymun. What that he takes off his amama and then puts it back on his head. So I make sure that he is the Imam. He says Imam took his amama and then put it back on his head. I said, how come he can do that? See, look how they test Imams. So would that now he takes off his amama and puts it on the zeen of his, mole he is riding. Imam takes off his amama from his head and puts it on his cradle. Ya Ali. He says, would that Imam puts it back on his head? Imam puts the amama on his head and he repeats this one more time. Imam does that. Then hadith says, Imam turns back because he says gone past him. Turns back. He says, until what time you will keep on checking me like this? How many times do I have to take off my amama so you get your yaqeen? Are we like that? क्या हम भी इमामों का इम्तिहान लेते हैं? Or no, we have our yaqeen. My message there was, look at the knowledge. This knowledge in the very first hadith, it's God given to them. Most of the times you will see Ahl Bayt alayhimus salam's prominent difference from others is that they have this ilm. But all of them, they never claimed, none of them they ever claimed that this knowledge is our own knowledge. No, they said, we got this knowledge from our grandfather Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So for youth, let me just, conclude the message in one line. Allah Jalla Shanu is alimun bidhat. It's essential attribute of Allah like namak, salt. Its saltiness or sugar, its sweetness is its own. If you separate from it, it's not sugar anymore. Ilm is of own essential part of Allah Jalla Shana. Of course, Allah is not a compound. When we say He's Alim, He is Qadir, He is Khaliq, it's not that Allah is compound of these different attributes. Inshallah, we will discuss it in detail. No, these are all Dhat Ilahi. They are all within Allah Jalla Shanu and He is Mujarrad. See, catharsis of belief, we will discuss it inshallah. Shaykh Suyuti Rahmatullahi alayhi has a masterpiece, Tajreedul I'tiqad. For those who want to read more, Tajreedul I'tiqad is the best book. Catharsis of belief is the translation of it. Please have a salawat for him. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allah gave it to Rasulullah. Rasulullah gave it to Ahl Bayt alayhimus salam. Somewhere in that longer hadith, there was a piece which said that this ilm you will give to your brother Ali, and he is your key to your followers. Miftahuka. And he is the one who will teach your followers. Imam Ali. See how Rasulullah announced that Ana Madinatul Ilmi wa Aliyun Babuha. Man arada al-ilma, who wants knowledge, he must refer to Ali alayhi salam. You cannot get knowledge without going to his door. دو مصیبت کے جملے امام زمان کی خدمت میں عرض کرنا چاہتا ہوں. آج کا ہمارا توسل امام عسکری سے بھی ہے اور ان کے وارث اعضا اور تمام معصومین کے وارث اعضا امام زمان سے بھی ہے. حدیث اتنی دردناک ہے کہ جس کا کوئی اندازہ نہیں. عام انسان اس کو اپنے عام حالات میں برداشت نہیں کر سکتا. زیارت ناہیہ کے تناظر میں دو حدیثوں پہ توجہ کیجیے. جب امام حسن عسکری علیہ السلام کا جنازہ اطہر آمادہ ہوا نا، امام کو بہترین کفن پہنایا گیا. امام علی مقام پر نماز جنازہ خود امام زمان عجل اللہ تعالی فرجہ شریف نے ادا فرمائی. امام علی مقام کی بہن حضرت بی بی حکیمہ خاتون جنازے کے پاس رو رہی تھیں کہ زوجہ رو رہی تھیں، دوسرے افراد خانہ رو رہے تھے. عزاداروں بڑے احترام کے ساتھ جنازہ اٹھا، جنازہ لے جایا گیا، نماز جنازہ ادا کی گئی اور تدفین ہوئی. حدیث یہ تھی. لیکن سوال یہ ہے کہ آپ کو عام دنیا کا مشاہدہ بتاؤں، اگر کہ جب بھی کسی کے گھر میں وفات ہوتی ہے، بالخصوص شہادت، اور شہادت بھی 28 سال کے کڑیل جوان کی، تو جو اس کے وارثین ہیں ان کے لیے یقیناً بڑا سخت مرحلہ ہوتا ہے. عزاداروں ہم جاتے ہیں تو صاحب عزا کیا کرتا ہے؟ وہ دروازہ خانہ پر، گھر کے دروازے پر کھڑا ہو جاتا ہے اور آنے والوں کو سینے پر ہاتھ رکھ کر سلام کرتا ہے کہ شکریہ آپ تشریف لائے، بہت مہربانی آپ نے آ کر میرے ساتھ پرسا اور تعزیت کی. عزاداروں آپ کبھی بھی تصور مت کیجئے کہ یہاں پر آپ اکیلے ہیں. اس دروازے کے باہر امام زمان کسی بھی مجلس میں کوئی بھی مصائب کا ذکر ہوتا ہے تو امام زمان وہاں پر کھڑے ہو کر اپنے سینہ اطہر پر ہاتھ رکھ کر فرماتے ہیں تم میرے چاہے جد حسین پر رونے آئے ہو، چاہے میرے دادا رسول اللہ پر رونے آئے ہو، چاہے میرے دادا صادق پر رونے آئے ہو، چاہے میرے دادا زین العابدین پر رونے آئے ہو، اے رونے والے تیرا شکریہ، تو نے ہمارے مصائب کو یاد رکھا. میں کبھی شرمندہ ہو کر یہ سوچتا ہوں آقا مولا کیا واقعا جب میں یہاں پر آ رہا ہوتا ہوں آپ کے اجداد پر رونے کے لیے آپ واقعا کھڑے ہوتے ہیں اور اپنے سینے پر ہاتھ رکھ کر ہمارا شکریہ ادا کرتے ہیں تو آپ تعجب مت کرنا. امام آگے سے فرمائیں گے کہ میں ہی نہیں، سب سے پہلے میری دادی فاطمہ زہرا تشریف لاتی ہے اور ہم سب اہل بیت کے افراد میری دادی کے احترام میں ان کے پیچھے پیچھے کھڑے ہوتے. تو عزاداروں اپنے آنسوں کو کبھی کم مت سمجھا کرو، خدا کا واسطہ اپنے آنسوں کی کبھی کم قیمت مت لگانا. جب تم آتے ہو تو مجھے معاف کر دینا. پتہ جناب سیدہ امام سجاد کی حدیث کے بقول کہاں تشریف فرما ہوتی ہے؟ جہاں پر آپ اپنے جوتے اتارتے ہیں نا، حدیث کہتی ہے کہ جناب سیدہ وہاں پر آ کر بیٹھتی ہے. اجرکم علی اللہ. امام زمان اپنے بابا پر آپ کے بہائے آنسوں کو قبول کرے. آپ نے سنا نا بڑے احترام سے جنازہ اٹھا. عزاداروں مجھے ایک جنازہ رلا رہا ہے کہ اس جنازے کو پہلے دن ہی کفن پہنایا گیا. عزاداروں جنازہ اٹھا، جنازے کے وارث نے اس پر نماز جنازہ ادا کی، لیکن عزاداروں کربلا میں بھی ایک جنازہ تھا جو 3 دن تک بنا کفن کے اور بنا دفن کے پڑا رہا. عزادارو امام علی مقام نے کفن پہنایا تھا نا. عزادارو امام سجاد کو مقتل لکھتا ہے بی بی زینب نے دیکھا کہ جب یہ ملائن زنجیروں میں باندھ کر لے جانے لگے اور امام نے اپنے بابا کا بنا سر کے جسد اطہر دیکھا تو عزادارو مقتل لکھتا ہے امام سجاد کا بدن کانپنے لگا اور امام کے چہرے پر ایسی مظلومیت نظر آئی بی بی زینب نے دیکھا کہ اگر اب میں نے سجاد کو نہیں پوچھا تو کہیں اس کی روح نہ نکلے. کہا بیٹا سجاد یہ کیا کیفیت ہے جو میں آپ پر دیکھ رہی ہوں؟ کہا پھوپھی اماں آپ دیکھ نہیں رہی، ان ملعونوں نے اپنے افراد کو دفن کر دیا ہے اور میرے بابا کا جسد اطہر دیکھیے، یہ ہمیں مسلمان بھی نہیں جانتے، اتنے پتھر میرے بابا کے بدن پر پڑے ہیں. اسلام میں پتھر مارنا حرام ہے. امام یہ فرمانا چاہ رہے انہوں نے میرے بابا کو مسلمان بھی نہیں. ازادارو آپ نے سنا امام حسن عسکری کا روزہ ملعونوں نے کچھ سال پہلے بم گزاری کر کے تباہ کر دیا تھا کچھ حصہ. ازادارو میں ہاتھ جوڑ کے امام زمانہ سے کہوں مولا مولا آپ کے بابا کے روزے کی توہین ہوئی، مولا آپ کے بابا کے روزے کو تباہ کر دیا ظالموں نے، بڑا بے حیائی کا کام کیا، آپ کو اجر رسالت نہیں دیا، لیکن مولا مولا ان کے روزے سے بدتمیزی کی، خود آپ کے بابا کو کچھ نہیں کہا. لیکن کربلا میں امام حسین پر میں نے آپ کو امام باقر کی حدیث سنائی. امام باقر فرماتے ہیں جو میرے دادا حسین پر ظلم ہوا وہ کائنات میں کسی پر قابل تصور نہیں. مولا کیا ظلم ہوا؟ کہا جب میرے دادا کا کٹا ہوا جنازہ پڑا تھا ان بے غیرتوں نے گھوڑوں کے اوپر نئی نال بندی کی. ازادارو ایک بس جملہ رب کی اجازت. امام فرماتے ہیں کہ جب انہوں نے میرے بابا پر میرے دادا حسین پر شمشیر زنی کر چکے، ازادارو میرے دادا کی لاش پر تیر اندازی کر چکے، اب ان بے حیاؤں کے ایک گروپ نے نال بندی کر کے گھوڑوں کو دوڑانا جو شروع کیا تو امام حسین کی حدیث کا بھی تفصیل میں بتاؤں گا. وَبِجَرْدِ الْخَيْلِ سَحَقُونِي، جرد کہتے ہیں گھوڑوں کی ٹاپوں کو، سَحَقُونِي مجھے پیس کے رکھ دیا. الا لعنت اللہ علی القوم الظالمین وَسَيَعْلَمُ الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا أَيَّ مُنْقَلَبٍ يَنْقَلِبُونَ. میرے آقا و مولا امام زمان میرے ان ٹوٹے پھوٹے الفاظ کو قبول فرما لیں اور ان تمام عزاداروں کی عزاداری کو قبول فرما لیں. مولا اتنے دنوں سے یہ اول محرم سے آپ کے آبا و اجداد بالخصوص آپ کے دادا حسین علیہ السلام پر، آپ کی دادی ثانیہ زہرا پر اور دوسرے شہداء پر روتے آ رہے ہیں. آقا و مولا جس طرح دنیا میں ان کو اپنا شیعہ و حبدار بنایا ہے، قبر و برزخ و آخرت میں ان سب کی مغفرت کی دعا فرمانا. مولا ہمیں اپنی شفاعت نصیب کرنا، مولا ہمارے اعمال پہ راضی ہو جائیں. مولا اس پورا شوب زمانے میں ہمارے بچوں ہماری فیملی کو ہر طرح کے فساد اخلاقی و عقیدتی سے محفوظ رکھیں. مولا ہمارے جوانوں کو شرم و حیا و عزت و جگر علی اکبر علیہ السلام عطا کریں. مولا ہماری خواتین کو جناب ام کلثوم، جناب زینب، جناب کبریٰ سلام اللہ علیہن کا پردہ و حیا عطا کریں. میرے آقا مولا اپنی فیملی، اپنی اہل بیت علیہم السلام کے صدقے ہماری فیملیوں کو آپس میں انسجام و اتحاد و مضبوطی عطا فرمائیں. مولا بحق اپنے دادا حسین علیہ السلام کے، اور آج کا ہمارا توسل آپ کے بابا ہے، بابا سے ہمارے مرحومین، بالکل آج ہی جو ہمارے بردر حسنین کو مینشن کر رہے تھے ہمارے بھائی، ان کی مغفرت فرما دیں. باقی سارے حاضرین اور تمام مومنین کے مرحومین، حقیر کے والد سید یوسف، ان سب کی مغفرت اور ان سب کو جوار رحمت امام حسین میں جگہ دلوا دے. اللہم عجل ولیک الفرج ماتم حسین.